and welcome to Speed Feed. This is where you catch a glimpse of the latest trending news and stories. My name is Kimani Mbugua. Thank you so much for joining us. As I always say, you will never miss out on any big news story that is trending when you watch Speed Feed. You can follow it right here. Let's get into it. Who's breaking the news today? In politics today, Moses Kuria is trending after claiming that President Uhuru has joined the opposition by vowing to support a NASA candidate, and so DP Ruto should take over instead. In a video that has since gone viral and is setting the political conversation today, he says that President Kenyatta has also abandoned Mount Kenya after holding meetings with leaders from various communities around the world, around the country. Here is that video.
Saa hii kwa sababu rais ametuacha kwa nyumba ambao sisi tulimchagua, wengine wetu tukafungwa na yeye, tukimtetea na tukimpigania. Wakati tunaungana kuangalia macho kwa macho, ana kwa ana, au viongozi wa NASA, kiongozi ambaye atakuwa mbele sisi kuangalia na yeye macho kwa macho ni Uhuru Kenyatta, sababu amepewa kazi mpya. Yeye ndiye campaign manager wa chama cha NASA, yeye ndiye campaign manager wa viongozi wa upinzani. Ameatuacha kwa mataa, ameacha serikali, ameacha majukumu ambao tulimchagua ayaendeleze, na amekuwa campaigner ama activist wa chama cha NASA. Yeye ni mwanaharakati wa chama cha NASA, na kwa hivyo nikitaka kusema sababu.
Well, in other news, some MCAs are planning to go to court to oppose the law that requires all aspirants in the general elections to have degrees. This law is said to have angered a lot of MPs and MCAs who have now launched separate bids to do away with this law. IEBC, on their part, they say they will enforce that requirement for every candidate to have a degree while vetting different candidates. And the leadership of the County Assemblies Forum, this is the body that represent MCAs, they say that power belongs to the people and people should be allowed to vote for whoever they want to be their leader regardless of their academic qualifications. So I have a question for you, because we are live, and I want you to leave me a comment below. Do you think, should we do away with that requirement to have all elected leaders to be degree holders? Yeah? Should anyone, regardless of their academic qualifications, be allowed to run for office? It doesn't matter? Yeah. What is your reaction to that? Because MCAs and MPs, they want to do away with that law. Now, still in politics today, leave me a comment. We are live. As I tell you more that's happening, leave me a comment below, because we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Now, meanwhile, still in politics today, in the Kiambaa by-election campaigns, Kiambu Governor James Nyoro is not happy with the way Jubilee MPs who are not from Kiambu seem to have taken over campaigns for the by-elections in Kiambaa and Mogogawad. Now, he was speaking to the nation and he referenced Majority Leader Amos Kimunya's campaign trail over the weekend, where he made remarks telling people of Kiambaa that if they don't vote for a Jubilee candidate, money that has been set aside by the government to fix roads in that area might be diverted to other places, because they're not the only ones who need it. Governor Nyoro says that this could cost them the by-election, because people like Kimunya and Nyeri Town's Gunjiri Wambugu and other Jubilee leaders from outside of Kiambu, they don't understand the needs of the people of Kiambu, and so they shouldn't be campaigning there anyway. Yeah? Give me your reactions to that story. And also, should we do away with degrees? Should anyone run for office, regardless of their academic qualifications? Important question I'm asking. Yeah, we are live. Let's talk. Now, Treasury CS Kuria Tani, he appeared before the Senate's Finance and Budget Committee yesterday to respond to concerns raised by counties that they are yet to receive funds from Treasury that total to about 102 billion. So while responding to their questions, he admitted that the government is facing a serious cash flow crisis because of slowed down economic activities and poor revenue performance. The government is not collecting enough to make ends meet, and the Treasury is facing a tough balancing act at the moment, trying to cater for the cash needs of various government agencies and counties. However, he promised that the Treasury will send about 39 billion shillings to the counties by Friday. Talipayo Deni by Friday, because governors had threatened to shut down county operations if the funds are not dispersed to them. Basically, our government is admitting that, yeah, they're broke. money is tight on their side. Mureithi Wangombe is saying Jubilee is in ICU on Facebook. Do you agree with him? Comment and respond to Mureithi Wangombe because we're live here on Facebook. I'll be reading your comments as we go on the show. Now, this is an interesting story after the death of former GEM MP Jacoya Midio. Nation ran a story today about how the former MP warned Raila Odinga and his brother, Dr. Uhuru Oginga, against attending funerals in order to avoid exposure to COVID. Dr. Uhuru is quoted saying that Jacoya warned him that COVID is killing people and it is at funeral ceremonies where they might be exposed. Now, you might wonder why Jacoya would warn the Odingas about this. Well, it is because it is said that his grandmother, his uncle, and his elder sister, they all died due to COVID. And that's why he got worried and warned the Odingas from going to funerals because people become unruly and they want to shake hands. And that's where a lot of transmission happens. Interesting. Now, meanwhile, let's talk about Murang'a because their women rep, Sabina Chege, has declared interest in joining the Murang'a gubernatorial race, to succeed Mwangi wa Iria, who is almost done with his 2 terms as governor. Now, this will be an interesting race to watch because Irungu Kang'ata is also said to be in the race, and also former Kigumbo MP Jamle Kamau is also in the race. So, who do you think is going to take the day in Murang'a? Yeah, comment below. I see a lot of you watching, but leave me a comment. Yeah, who do you think is going to be the next governor of Murang'a? Those front runners. Transport CS, James Kamau is also said to be in that race. Yeah, there's been talks about it, him being in that race. But that's official now. Sabina Chege is joining the race to be Murang'a's next governor. Now, here in Nairobi, meanwhile, from tomorrow, 6 a.m. in the morning until Friday morning, some parts of Nairobi will have their water supply cut short because they're fixing the water connections interrupted by the Nairobi Expressway at Museum Hill. So that particular connection is going to affect the following areas. So if the entire of the CBD, hamtakuwa na maji ya Kanjo, South B, South C, comrades were main campus, UN, you won't have water. JKA will also not have water. The entire of industrial area, City Stadium, Buru, and a few other places. Yeah, your water connection is going to be interrupted by the construction of Nairobi Expressway. That's from tomorrow, 6 a.m. mpaka Friday. So, tayarisha drums na mitungi. Tutakuwa na maji. At least maji ya Kanjo. So, look for alternatives. Yeah. Meanwhile, KNH, it has been scheduled to close down its outpatient services to the public on the 1st of July. So they had said from 1st July, no more walk-in patients. But yesterday, Mohammed Badi, NMS boss, says that the date might be postponed because they have not yet completed the renovations of the other level 5 hospitals, in Nairobi, including Mama Lucy and Mathare Hospital. So those renovations have not been completed. NMS had set the target of building 24 hospitals spread across Nairobi, in order to decongest KNH, but not all of them have been completed. So the closure of KNH might be delayed. So you might be able to still access Kenyatta National Hospital. I see Ian is here watching live on Facebook, watching from Ngong Road. Who else is here? Kenyua Demasai. His advisors are questionable for this. He's now heading us into a steep cliff, saying the president's advisors are misleading him. That's Kenyua Demasai on Facebook. Mureithi Wangombe says, Sabina for governor? That's a joke. It will depend. It will depend on the political mood by then. Jamlek has high possibility to win. He gave Mwangi wa Iria a hard time in the last general elections. Yeah, as I said, yeah, that's going to be an interesting race to watch in Murang'a because Irungu Kang'ata, Sabina Chege, and Jamlek Kamau, they're all, going for the gubernatorial race. Yeah, all of them, they want to be Murang'a's next governor, succeed Wairia. It's going to be quite interesting to watch. Yeah, and Mureithi says it will depend on the political mood. All right, let's continue to other stories. Parliament's Public Investments Committee, they have directed Kenya Power to make public the contracts it has with 17 independent power producers, which are worth about 50 billion shillings. MPs also want the power supplier to publish the names of the owners of these companies who have been supplying power to KPLC and how they got the tenders to supply the power. Now, Kenya Power MD Bernard Ngoge, he told MPs that he would need a court order and consent from the contractors in order to make those contracts public. And after this, House Speaker Justin Muturi said this is not going to happen under his watch. He directed the Energy Committee of Parliament to summon all the directors of these companies to appear before Parliament and all those contracts to be made public, and the Ministry of Energy to provide more information on this. This is because MPs have been suspecting that all of these independent power suppliers have been supplying power at high rates, which affects your token bills. That's why your tokens are going up, because of these particular contracts that are in question here. Yeah. In education news today, TSC, they say they have trained over 100,000 teachers who are going to be implementing the CBC curriculum in grade 5. I know parents who have their children in the CBC curriculum, you're seeing all sorts of things kids bringing home. Yeah, I saw a kid bring a wandende home. You know what a wandende is? It's that... Yeah, that's apparently, yeah. And CEO of TSC, Nancy Macharia, she also says that the government has allocated 1 billion shillings in the next financial year to fund the CBC curriculum. Yeah, so it means the government is committed to actually make this work. So I love how soon and very soon, 844 people, we will be forgotten. And we will be like, you know how we used to laugh at our parents and those who studied that, the other system where they were going up to Form 6. You know, we used to think it's, those guys from Kitambo. Now it's going to be you from Kitambo who studied 844. How does that make you feel? Well, it's soon enough. Yeah, 844 will be the old curriculum and you will become that old person. Feels sad to grow up, but it has to happen. Yeah, meanwhile, acting Nairobi Governor Anne Kananu, yeah, she had questions to answer to KRA to explain why the county of Nairobi hasn't paid taxes or tax arrears that amount to 3.4 billion shillings. So the county of Nairobi, they have accrued a debt of KRA to KRA that amounts to 3.4 billion shillings. Yeah, for that. Now, this is interesting. A section of Somalia citizens living in the UK yesterday, they staged protests outside the Kenyan embassy in the UK, castigating President Uhuru Kenyatta for airstrikes in Somalia that were allegedly carried out by the KDF. You know, they also called for KDF troops to be withdrawn from their country. The demonstrations appear to have had the support of Somalia's federal government, as it the communications officers for the Somali government, they reshared these photos and videos of this particular demonstrations. Now, on our last item today on the feed. Now I know this one affects a lot of you who use Mombasa Road and Langata Road. And I always say, Felix is the right person to ask when this is happening, our director, because he's a regular on that side. So NMS, they were supposed to conduct a test run last week. It didn't happen. It was pushed to today. It didn't happen. They have pushed it again to Friday. This Friday. That's when they're going to do another test run on Green Park to make sure that it actually works. The reason they give for this is they say they want to consult with all the stakeholders involved in order to make sure that the bus terminus is going to run smoothly. And this one is for, they want to reduce or congestion within the CBD, but every time they do a test run, it seems to do the opposite. Because motorists at Haile Selassie, they're always confused about what's happening, and it ends up building traffic, and now they have to keep doing more test runs about this. Is it going to help? Is it going to help? Is it going to help with this? with reducing traffic in the CBD? Let's just wait and see. Yeah, Felix is telling me he was prepared today for another test run. Yeah, let's take a look at what's trending today. Other news are what's trending at the moment. Who is Twitter angry at today? Who is the world talking about today? Today is Day of the African Child. Are you an African child? Today is your day. Yeah. What's the significance of the Day of the African Child? Yeah? Yeah, but Day of the African Child is, it's trending today. Aziad is trending. Yeah, you guys should become as famous as Aziad because there's a hashtag Aziad21 that's trending right now. Happy birthday to Aziad Nasanya. She's turning 21 years old today. Is it today or yesterday? Because I saw posts about her birthday yesterday or today. How many birthdays does she have? But anyway, the point is she's turning 21, and that's why people are talking about her. Okay, there's also a story about Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I don't want to get into that because there seems to be, I'm not very sure about the backstory about that. It has something to do with someone close to her or someone she took in stepping. I've tried to read there's a post on her website, but people are talking about her right now. Anyway, meanwhile, football Twitter is talking about France versus Germany. Last night, France had the day. They beat Germany 1-0 through an own goal by Hummels. Well. And it seems like now things are starting to shape up for France. As we said, the winner of Group H, right? The winner of Group H is most likely going to win this competition because Group H is the group of death. So many people, so many big teams in Group H. Let me see some of your comments here. Mutoka Amani. Someone says, yeah, Mutoka Amani is responding to someone here on Facebook who said that Uhuru will regret his deeds. Love how, maintaining decorum, control your tongue. But responding to that story by Moses Kuria, was a fast story today on the feed. Moses Kuria saying that the president has now joined the opposition, and so he should resign and leave for the DP to become the president, which is an outrageous claim, I have to say. But that's setting the, politics. That's one of the stories that everybody is talking about today in politics. I should also mention that Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru, she responded to what Amos Kimunya said in Kiambaa. So Amos Kimunya was speaking at a church in Kiambaa, and he said that if the people of Kiambaa don't elect a Jubilee MP, they're not going to get the funds that are meant to fix roads in that area because other people need them. Kind of a veiled threat. And Anne Waiguru responded to that and, distanced the Jubilee Party from those comments. Yeah. Just thought you should know that. William Ruto is still trending today. Forced because he responded to the president's vow to support a NASA candidate, which the president has said everything but that directly. Also, football Twitter. What's happening with football Twitter today? Chelsea are trending. In fact, this is just started trending now. Oh, I know. It's the opening day fixtures. The opening day fixtures have been announced for the Premier League. Let me get them for you right now on opening day. I know that Liverpool, we are going to be facing Norwich on opening day. Felix is an Arsenal fan. Let me tell you who you're going to be facing. Arsenal are going to be facing Brentford. Yeah, newly promoted Brentford on opening day. Yeah. There's going to be Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Everton, Southampton, Leicester versus Wolves, Man United, Leeds, Newcastle, West Ham, Liverpool, Norwich, Spurs, and City. Yeah, Spurs are gonna be meeting City on opening day, so it's a really rough start for Spurs, I have to say. Watford and Aston Villa. So that's why football Twitter is exploding right now because of the opening day fixtures that have just been released. So yeah. As I always say, outside of Speed Feed, there's very little that you'll find that is trending outside of this show. So we've pretty much talked about what is happening. Let me check out some of your comments. Brady is still here with us on Facebook. Says, Kimunya said if Jubilee loses at Kuria, he will resign. He has a weakness in controlling his tongue while he is on the podium. Guess that's a fair argument, yeah, there were videos of Amos Kimunya promising to resign if Jubilee lost in the Kuria, that is in Nyandarua. And he just said, told the people of Kiambaa that if they vote for someone else, they ain't gonna get that money to fix the roads there, including like Gashia. Have you been to Gashia? Have you seen the roads in Gashia? Oh my God. they're really bad. They're really bad. The roads in Gashia, not a pretty sight. So, do you think the people of Kiambaa are going to be, coerced to vote for Jubilee? Do you think this is something they're going to be thinking about? Like, oh yeah, we want our roads to be fixed. So that's not how it operates in Kenya, right? Well. Anyway, thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for joining us in this live stream on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for always being a fan. We'll see you again tomorrow, still here on Speed Feed, talking about trending topics, trending news, and what is driving the conversation for the day. My name is Kimani Mbugua. Goodbye.